St. Peter's College, Tororo, is a unique school. It was founded during the colonial times. It was actually founded in 1941. And at that time, the World War was going on. So the founding bishop, that was Bishop John Ressing, had a vision that there should be a school in the East where they could groom young men for leadership.
I came to Tororo College in 1944 in what should be called Junior 1 by then. I have a very, very happy memory of Tororo College because I met people who later in life became distinct citizens of this country.
And it had its humble origins. It started with a few students who were transferred from what is now St. Peter's SS in Zambia. And then some were transferred from Budini College in Busoga. So there were about 36 students who were transferred from there who started. But slowly it started expanding. It also had the educational facilities. It had benefited from USAID. It had benefited from IDA. So the school had all the facilities. If you talked of labs, all sorts of lab equipment were there, reagents and so on. So it had the facilities and it had the personnel, the qualified personnel. At first they were expatriates, but also slowly those expatriates were replaced by indigenous Ugandans who were also highly qualified.
We also had wonderful teachers. The headmaster, Father Alphonse Jordan, was a great man, administrator in terms of teaching, and he chose me for what reasons I didn't know among the students to be his companion in planting trees around the school, which was bare at the time. And the number of those trees that I planted with Father Jordan are still there to be seen.
St. Peter's and Namali, more or less, they were sort of competing. They were the giants of the East. Of course, the most important work of a school is the academic output. If a school excels in academic output, that's to say, if they can process a child from the time it joins it, from the time it leaves it, with good academic performance, that school automatically becomes famous. So in those days, like that period just before I took over and when I took over, in fact, I had a lot of problem to keep people out. I had a lot of problem. It was just a struggle. And the class is full. You said, squeeze mine also there, squeeze mine also. The people saw children were performing quite well. So they said, I must take mine also to St. Peter's.
It was one of the few secondary schools which you could go to. So it used to attract the cream of students from the whole country. But of course, with the changes that took place in education, like during the regime of Obote II, and then now with the coming of the NRM government, the education sector was completely liberalized, and now very many competitors, including private competitors, came in.
Mr. Mudidi James, perhaps the longest serving head teacher, joined the school in 1975 and was here for 23 years. During his time, the school actually picked up, and everybody, including myself, wanted to come here, but unfortunately I couldn't make it. St. Peter's College, Tororo. Now, the post-Mudidi era had a lot of challenges. His successors perhaps did not have the art of managing the boy child. And it now went to a stage of which I was describing of indiscipline, and in a way, parents lost confidence in the school, and the school began dropping in enrollment, also in academics.
And there were also elements of mismanagement, I think. Especially after the retirement of Mr. Mudidi. I think when he retired, I think a proper succession plan had not been made. So the people who came in failed to fit in, I think due to several factors. And it led the school to a period of unrest, strikes. I think in 1999, even some 2 buildings in the school were burnt. And even one of the best staff houses in the school, which was housing the headmaster, was burnt. The school during that time really went to the dogs, and it ruined the careers of, I think, 2 head teachers, and even 1 passed on out of the challenges that he faced.
There was a time we as former students of Tororo College felt so bad when discipline had broken down in Tororo College, and a number of children were seen roaming around in Tororo town and so forth. Others incurred death, died because of drinking and so on, so on, so on, so on.
It was traditional for them that after classes they have to go on a train. So we had the Cambodia. We also had the situation of hooliganism whenever there was matches, inter-school championship at district level. They would always plan to fight, and their target was Manjasi. The coming in of Mr. Olokojo in 2005 tried to bail the school out of that situation.
The first assembly which we addressed when I was being introduced to the students, it was so terrible. Many people even feared. They say, will you manage this school? The students were so shabby. The standard footwear, this sandals made of car tires, what you call lugabires. That's what all the students were wearing. And so you can imagine it was just an epitome of chaos. But we had to start somewhere. We had to start reorganizing the school from that stage. A younger group of old boys came up with what they called the Save the Palm Tree Initiative. And they revived it now, the Old Boys Association, under the banner of Spectober, what they call Spectober. And I worked very well with Wilbrod Owori and his team. The school was in a bad shape, and when a few people wanted to be associated with the school, they still continued with that association. And slowly, we were able to revive the school, because I remember all the boys would also come in to inspire the students.
Eventually, people began gaining confidence in the school, and by the time I came back as now a head teacher, many things had changed here. There was order, the systems now in place. I have actually come to strengthen the system that he established. And already parents have seen this, the community has seen this, and that has signaled to the rest of the community that there is transformation of discipline at St. Peter's College, Tororo. We now see changes even in the performance. As the performance is increasing, we are also attracting very good students. We are at least having students. For the first time, we also have somebody with a 4. There were times when I got somebody with a 5, and they translate that 5 into 8 for 8. That's why you see even the results, the quality of the first grades and also A level is improving. As I joined here, we had a cafeteria. And cafeteria, where the students go and pick food. From the dining hall after lining, then they go and take their food in the dormitory. But when the old boys gave us the dining tables, that one helped us a lot because from class, the student is going to the dining hall to eat and back to class. So in that way, we're able to save 1 hour of lost time. And you know, time is a resource.
I was privileged to be part of the homecoming where over 150 old boys stormed the hero Nyang'ole. All the boys had the privilege to be taken around their dormitories, the facilities in which students live at St. Peter's College, Tororo, are not fit. We needed to do a professional assessment of the state of infrastructure. That assignment, we were able to know from a very professional point how much money was needed to do sanitation and plumbing for the water systems, the roofing and ceilings. Altogether, it is estimated that with 3.1 billion Uganda shillings, we can be able to take back the infrastructure college to a point where every child will aspire to go to St. Peter's College as it was in the olden days. In order to raise the 3.1 billion, we have set out to do a number of things. We have set out to raise money on various fronts. One was the TC fundraising dinner, which we accomplished with great success on June 20th at the Year of the Lord 2024 at Silver Springs Hotel, Bugorovi, where we raised over 115 million shillings in cash, and I think it is over 160 million pledges. The other activity we have planned is the tripartite of a marathon, dinner, and dance in Tororo on November 30th, Day of the Road 2024. So a few months from now, all the roads will lead to Tororo, where we shall have the grandest of functions. We intend to continue to have one dinner next year. We hold 3 quarterly league days each year. And the first one was held in March. The next one will be held in July, and I think there will be another one in November or December. Teams subscribe to participate in these league days, and the net savings after subtracting expenses like the hire of the venue and the other public addresses and others, the net reserves, the net savings are donated to Spectober. Spectober also intends to pick some of those reserves to contribute a portion to this fundraising drive. So I call upon all the boys to come together and give back their 10% to a college that gave them all the milestones they have achieved in life. I'm speaking, as I speak also to the President of this country, His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who is a great friend of St. Peter's College, Tororo. He has come to St. Peter's College, Tororo not only once. In 1991, he was the guest of honor at the celebration of the Golden Jubilee to use his discretionary power as fountain of honor to direct emergency funds to the repair of infrastructure at St. Peter's College, Tororo. I humbly call upon the Minister of Education and Sport, Mama Janet Museveni, to urgently come to the rescue of St. Peter's College, Tororo. I call upon our members of parliament, where Tororo College has the highest number of MPs in this country, in the 11th parliament, from a single school, to speak on behalf of St. Peter's College Tororo in the House, to speak on behalf of St. Peter's College Tororo at the Ministry of Education and Sport, to speak on behalf of St. Peter's College Tororo at the Ministry of Finance and Planning and Economic Development, and speak on behalf of St. Peter's College among their networks so that we can raise the 3.1 billion and take back the infrastructure of St. Peter's College Tororo, its greatness.